Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a commander deck tech on the new Heliod, the Sun Crowned. This is new Helios from Theros Beyond Death, and he is good. So Heliod is 3 mana, 5/5 now, still a god, still indestructible, online at devotion 5 or more to white, but here's the big part. Whenever you gain life, you may put a 1/1 counter on target creature or enchantment you control. In addition, you may pay 2 mana, another target creature you control gains lifelink to end a turn. So, general rule of him, we're a life gain deck again like Daxos previously. We care about multiple instances of smaller life gain, so we can start dumping counters everywhere. Good thing though is you can put counters on target creature or enchantment, so you can target him if he's even online, or offline I should say, sorry. That way you can bank him up, make him big and strong, so when he does go online, he's ready to rumble and just say, howdy you doing? Great commander, you'll see it's a very combat focused deck and that's the name of it, so let's go. So first up, there is a free win with it, infinite combo, a lot of people talking about it already online. Walking Ballista and Triskelion with Heliod, so either two with him. The idea is he gives any creature lifelink, you give one of the two pingers here lifelink, and they can remove a counter from them to deal 1 damage to any target. But because that damage has lifelink, Heliod sees it, he goes, oh, nice work boys, have another counter. And it starts the cycle, he can start feeding him again. So with Walking Ballista or Triskelion, infinite damage wherever you need it. Easy win, people are trying it at Modern already. In addition, we run 8th Flux Reservoir because 50 damage to the head, try and survive that, and Felidar Sovereign, which if you just have 40 or more life you win the game. Some people hate this card in Commander, up to you if you want to cut it out, definitely go ahead. So that's your game plan. Archangel Thune definitely supports this deck. Whenever we gain any instance of life, put a counter on each creature we control, works really well with Heliod and our multiple instances of small life gain. Cathar's Crusade, any creature in his battlefield, counter on everything, same idea. Finally, we get to use Linden, the Steadfast Queen, in a good deck. Her as a commander, bit lackluster. But in this deck, whenever a white creature you control attacks, you gain 1 life. Each is seen as an instance. So Heliod's like, oh, yes son, and he just starts dumping counters everywhere. Cauldron of Souls is actually a bit of a spicy combo in this deck. You can choose any number of target creatures, each of those creatures gains Persist until end of turn. So Persist is the creature dies, if it doesn't have a -1/1 counter on it, it comes back to the board with a negative counter on it. So it can't persist again because it's now got a counter. But a negative counter can be removed with a positive counter, probably one from your commander. So with Heliod, you can use this card to save a whole team from a board wipe or bad blocking or unfavorable conditions, bring more back to the battlefield, through some life gain and mechanics, use Heliod to dump counters back on all your creatures, and they can persist again next round. It makes your deck really strong. Other things, True Conviction, it gives your entire team double strike and lifelink, which works really interesting with Heliod. So with double strike, the first hit is first strike. So you get in there, creature hits it, but it has lifelink. Therefore Heliod sees it, he activates, you get to put a counter on something, probably that creature you just hit. It just got a buff, now it gets to hit again with its normal strike, and it gets to hit again, and then you get more counters. It's pretty cool interaction. You've got the Archive here, which just doubles up our life gain and draw, and we don't get much draw, so if we can increase it, we'll take it. So these 5 creatures here are very key to our game plan. They say every creature with a 1/1 counter on it gains an effect, so you can get things like first strike, lifelink, flying, additional blocks, or you can tap down other creatures on declaration of attack. These just spread amongst our team. Often they have their own abilities to put counters on other creatures too, which is pretty handy, so they're a great fit for the deck. So incremental life gain, a bit like Daxos here, we have lots of little cheap weedies which come out. Any creature in this battlefield we're going to gain life. We've got Soul Warden, Soul Attendant, Such a Priest which can hurt your opponent too, the Champion which has Pro Red and Black built in which is handy, and good devotion, and the new Daxos as well who has good devotion, but also gains us life on death which is handy. Plus he's got a fat butt, he's a good blocker. But between these little 5 weenies here, lots of little instances of life gain, and Heliod eats that up. In addition, we run Angel of Vitality, who sees all this life gain and goes pretty much X+1, turns all our little 1 drops into 2 life gains here and there. Fountain of Renewal is just a nice passive 1 life every turn, so at least Heliod's doing something, and if you need to, you can sack it to draw a card. I love Chalice of Life in Commander. Tap it, you gain 1 life. If you have 10 or more life than your starting total, flip it, you can tap it to make someone lose 5 life. You can really start chunking at them. Now more of our efficient combat creatures that care about our life gain. The High Sentinels here, 3/4 for 4 with flying. It can pay 4 to dump counters on another creature, but it gets +1/+1 for each other creature with a counter on it. If your whole deck is full of counters thanks to your commander, this too will be pretty beefy. Twin Blade Paladin really doubles up here. If you gain life, put a counter on it. Most of Zach will cause that, but then Heliod can dump counters on him too. If you have 25 more life, he has double strike. This creature here become a huge bomb. Gideon's Company, similar idea here. If you gain any life, put 2 counters on him, but then Heliod can dump counters on it too if you need to. Lone Rider is a 2 mana creature. If you gain 3 life, you can flip it. but it has First Strike, Trample, and Lifelink. Again, dump holy counters onto it through Heliod, make him a genuine threat too. Good old Terra Ascendant, the 1 mana 6/6 flying, makes people mad in Commander games, don't blame ya. Benelish Marshal is just a good Lord effect in our deck, great devotion for our Commander to get online, buffs the team, and Resplendent Angel and Crested Sunmare make us an army through life gain, which is pretty handy. In addition, we run Ajani Strength of the Pride and Elspeth. Ajani Strength of the Pride can actually make Ajani Pridemate tokens, we also run that card as well. These creatures get buffed on every time of life gain, and Elspeth, she makes an army, she can destroy the board, and she has a great emblem. She's an all-rounder here. So, we're a white deck, I love a bit of taxing effects. Blind Obedience, Authority of the Consuls, and Thalia Heretic Cathar. These 3 cards here can really gum up your opponent's board, makes everything slow down, into tapped, makes their plans horrible. In addition, Blind Obedience and Authority both give us a lot of life gain through little incremental values too. We run a Ghostly Prison because we don't want to get attacked, hopefully. In addition, we run Smothering Tithe, like every other white Commander deck right now. You cannot go wrong with 3 treasure tokens. No one's going to pay the 2. Now leading to support, Akruma's Memorial is kind of an endgame card, but boy do cheeks get clapped so hard. Giving all your creatures Flying, First Strike, Trample, Vigilance, Haste, and Pro Red and Black, plus other counters from hopefully Heliod and your other buffing effects. It makes your littlest weenies genuine threats for your opponent to deal with. We run a Lightning Greaves to protect any key creatures you want to at the time. You can pull on Heliod, he is indestructible and therefore he's not going to die often, unless they've got Exile. But with the Greaves, hopefully that will give him a total protection. Normally people run board wipe Exile removal. And Whisper Cloak here. This is here to give another creature pretty much Shroud, but unblockable aspect, probably on your Commander, because your Commander can put counters on himself, build him up, get big and swole, put the Cloak onto him, your opponent can't block him, and just start going for the Commander damage win if you want to. We got 2 great tutors here, the recently reprinted Idyllic Tutor, hopefully will stay nice and cheap, just search for any enchantment in the deck, probably your taxing effects for sure, and Enlightened Tutor which can tutor for any artifact or enchantment. Probably your free win combo, maybe Walking Ballista. Sunbond is a fun card. It pretty much gives Heliod's effect to any other creature, or put on Heliod for a great time. Just start doubling up counters on Heliod, get really big. Removal, take your pick. I've gone with Path, Swords, Winds of Abandon as my kind of creature exile removal. Generous Gift for any permanents I can't deal with. I do run Ostrich Command and Wrath of God just to kind of be my all-around board wipes, plus a bit of enchantment and artifact hate. And I run a Return to Dust. That's kind of my favourite pick, and I kind of use it for a lot of my white decks. Draw, mono white, we don't do draw too well. Our draw is a bit slower and takes time to set up, but when it is going, it is decent. Well of Lost Dreams, if you gain life, you may pay X, where X is the amount or less than the amount of life you gained, and you draw that many cards. So if you're just gaining 1 life, just pay 1 mana, draw 1 card. That's actually a really good, efficient system in this deck. Endless Atlas, if you have 3 more lands of the same name, you can draw a card for 2 mana. Your basics being plains, pretty easy to pull off in this deck. Mind's Eye, whenever opponent draws a card, you may pay 1 to draw a card. If your opponent draws a card in the beginning of their turn, I got to spare mana, draw a card. And Dawn of Hope, you can just pay 2 mana whenever you gain life to draw a card. This is the best we can get really in white, it's hard to do it. Onto Ramp. White kind of ramps okay because of its friendly relation to green. Land Tax, Gift of State, and the Knight of the White Orchard all care about opponent having 1 or more lands than us. If they do, we're going to get some easy lands out. Weathered Wayfarer can search the library for any land, which is pretty nutty actually, you've got a lot of good lands in this deck too. Onto Mana Rocks, Pristine Talisman is my favourite in a lot of Commander decks. It's annoying just to keep updating the life totals, but with our Commander, just tapping this to produce mana can also put a counter on something, just a really good little combo. Pearl Medallion is just a total discount in your deck, Marble Medallion, just easy white mana when you need it, and of course the Soul Ring of Thran Dynamo just to get ahead there. Now into the lands. So Ghost Quarter and Field of Ruin are here for me to hate on other lands. Recently in my play group, a lot of people are running more efficient or particular lands that I can't deal with, so a bit of land removal never hurts. Makura, Center of the Sea, some draw for everyone at the table, I love my politics, and if you've got Mind's Eye out, you can hopefully draw some more cards through that too. Rogue's Passage is here mainly for your Commander if you want to go for the Commander damage win, load them up, punch through unblockable, or another key creatures if you want to. Whole of Heliod's Generosity lets you dump enchantments from your grave back on top of your deck. I've mainly got it here for my taxing effects or your ramp effects, because in a lot of games I feel like they get targeted pretty quick, so I'm going to get them back and reuse them. Mirror Landscape, just a bit of free ramp. Myriad Sky Rule lets you get key things back from your graveyard if you have 7 or more lands that are plains. Pretty easy to mono white deck. And Shrine to Nyx is just dumb ramp based on your devotion to white, which in this deck is a lot. And to round up, we run 26 plains. So, what do you think about the new Heliod? I think he's a great commander, he's very strong. General rule are, any of the gods that have indestructible mechanics built in are just good. The fact that he's also 3 mana, he's very cheap and efficient for what he is. And plus he's a good like cog and a good engine. He can enable a lot of strategies. Doing his own thing in mono white, pretty easy pattern. Lots of life gain, just beat heads in. But he works well too in other things like green white. Counters, a bit of life gain on the side. He has a lot of decks that he can work really well with. So overall, I think he's a great commander. Let me know your thoughts, guys, or if there's anything you would add to this deck. Alright guys, catch you later. Bye. Thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy the video, consider a like. Likes in the video's early lifespan really push it through YouTube's algorithm, and they make me feel good inside. But in saying that, only 10% of my viewers are subs, so maybe consider it, help me out. And as always, thank you to my patrons. What do you guys think about Heliod? I think he's pretty dank. Very strong for a life gain commander. Alright guys, thank you for watching.